Well, getting really into the weeds of it, but basically what Lydian is thinking is we're going to make them in different strengths. We're going to make business grade ones, which are the strongest, and we're going to market those to the casinos and to the banks and to the other businesses. Then we'll get consumer variants, which are weaker. Then we'll make ones that kids can have, which just give a little shock.
Okay, so you find a place facility you can get out, and then you need to get some employees as well, some craftsmen who will be able to understand what Nico's instructions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
So,
this is gonna be an upfront cost of 300 coin.
all right. Yeah, I'm happy. I can throw that.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna take that off of Eurema. Let me just do that now. We've done all of this before Cherry has gotten back. There are
Yeah.
billboards up outside the hotel whenever she returns. Nico Corp shop shockbox. I don't fucking know. Fuck. Where is Eurema? Where is Eurema? There is Eurema. 300, so 405 on Eurema now.
Alrighty.
We have a whole setting up the business montage with like units being shifted, things being hammered into place, people checking in at work.
Right, I guess I spend my life making super shock boxes.
I register a company. No, I don't. We're not going that extreme yet.
I'm gonna say you can mark this down as a new business.
Yeah.
Shockbox production. We'll call it.
Swede, what do we call this business? I know it's Neo just said Shockbox Productions. What is the name of this business?
Well, it's I am making the inventions, so I am the most important one. Tester Inc.
I was gonna say Shockurity, but yeah.
Security is good. I feel like you need a more, something broader though. Like
Yeah.
security gets you to.
Oh, it's like Security is just the brand, for the shock boxes.
Yeah. Your security line.
Because we got
Until
that.
Nico get
That opens the line for like other shock-based security systems,
Yeah.
Like it's not just the shock box. You could have like,
shock shackles. Fucking.
Oh, that's horrible. That's horrifying. That's the torture device. That's where the patent really starts getting dangerous.
You could have like shock doors and stuff though for houses.
Oh.
You could have like,
Lydian, I have worked on a new self-defense mechanism. I call it a shock ring.
Lydian's just getting bored of this, like, Jesus, it's just nothing but shocking with you now.
I don't know what shock. I don't like what shock ring rhymes with.
Well, you see, you place it here, and you have a little contact button on the inside of your palm, and then you grab onto your foe. It will
now I'm
shock.
just thinking about Nico makes the shock ring as like with the intended defense market, but then it winds up in a totally different market altogether.
I don't understand why. No, stop using it like that. It was not designed like. Stop! I'm suing you all.
Oh no.
Well, it'll be shocks until Nico gets bored of the
Okay.
shocks.
Alright, but this is the
This must be how the person who invented Hitachi felt. They were just trying to make a back massager.
So wait, what was that? It was like electro safety what?
The Shockbox production.
Shockbox production. Okay, what's the surplus and what's the disaster?
Let's see. I'm gonna say the surplus will be. Probably surplus would be because they're making these are like metal lock boxes they're making.
Yeah.
So probably like metals.
Yeah.
And the disaster, let's say the main disaster would be casualties.
Oh, that would be bad for business, yeah. And should I say 50% to Nico on this one? Because this was all.
Yeah, but what about the thing with Cherry as well?
Oh, M gave me the out on that one. Anything she's involved with in like along the way of production, or like along the way of setting up businesses, she wasn't involved in this. Like she was hardly involved in this.
She gave Nico encouragement.
That's her argument to make. I'm playing a businessman. I'm corrupt.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That will be fun to bring up and talk about at some point.
I suppose if you've worked out 50%, worked that out with Nico 50%.
He has the patent, so it's just making sure he gets his just due for letting me use the patent for production.
Yeah. Is Nico okay with 50%?
Yeah,
You don't want to argue higher or lower?
actually, well, I'm
Argue
doing
lower.
Arguing lower. Argue lower.
I think I only deserve, 40%, honestly.
Well, I
50%, then the money would be corrupting the science.
well, technically, I deserve more because I am inventing these things.
You're getting paid just to do nothing at this point. You're gonna go move on to something else.
I want to make sure I get the rights to all my inventions. I may use them as I see fit.
So Nico does want money. See, now you can use this.
Oh, no, Nico,
you
you've
have
made-
evidence that.
No,
So so you hate businessmen, but you're perfectly willing to engage in acting like one. I see.
No, I just want to make sure that nobody can tell me to stop improving on my designs.
I was never gonna tell you to do that.
Or what if someone buys up your company?
Then you'll get a pretty good cut, but they still won't be able to stop you from improving it.
You
I
say
can
that?
if you want, I can clause your contract.
Yes. I would like that.
Okay, there we go.
I may reproduce and add and change them to my liking.
Lydian adds a clause to the contract, which is basically if the company is bought out, Nico does not lose the patent, which I don't think would have happened anyway, but if it puts his mind at ease and keeps him at 50%, then...
Perfect. Now I need to think of other shocking contraptions. You see what I did there?
Stick to inventions and leave the puns to me.
I'm hilarious.
Comedy is a science, and I am a scientist.
My mother thinks I'm funny.
That's very tragic.
Well, at least I'm not an elf.
Damn.
No,
what the fuck?
Alright, Night Fears, you getting fucking snarky.
No, that's not what Nico said, but that is what Nico's player said.
I see.
That's fucked up.
That is fucked up.
That's just regular thought of every person in everyone at this point. Please, someone else.
See, we need this party to meet Felina so she can make, some elf microaggressions. She can be no. It's fine. I'm allowed to say that.
Salutations, half-breed.
Oh, Jesus.
Fucking hell.
I
What?
think that I feel like that's something that might actually throw Felina off her game. if she's
Yeah.
experiencing that.
No, I
she-
agree. I think that would genuinely like throw her off for a second. Coming from someone like Nico, you know.
Now I really do want them to meet. I want even though this is like a played up racist caricature of Nico.
Oh no, I feel Nico would say that salutations half breed, but just not thinking, not thinking how
Yeah.
racist that's.
It's negative or anything. It's just that's what she is.
That's just an
It's
that's an
it's just
objective
what she is.
observation.
Felina clarifies, well, technically, while she's half elf, she is 1/4 human and 1/4 cat. So, you know.
Nico would then muse on whether it'd be ironic to call her a mongrel, considering that's a dog thing. That's the most racist it can go.
Oh God.
Meanwhile, Lydian
Cat
just
versus dog racism.
drops some dad racism. Or he just hangs out with Davros and just like, yep.
Yep, that's all they can say to each other.
Wait, is Nico halfling? I forget.
No, Nico is human. Nico is just really short.
Let's see.
That's got to be really annoying for halflings in the setting and for small people.
Yeah.
So are you a halfling or just short?
One of Felina's employees, like her equivalents to, Kubi and Huel, one of them is a halfling, Mr. Diggs.
Ooh.
You see, that's actually a kind of a point of pride for a halfling if they get asked if they're a halfling or if they're just short, because it means that they're pretty tall.
That's a point,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so let's see. You make your way. So, should we cut the cherry then?
Yeah, I think we've done all of our business. There was less roleplay involved in that
Okey-doke.
than I expected, but I guess that was a lot drier than I had it in my head. I'm not sure what I
I mean,
expected. It was just
Yeah,
successful,
you're just getting a patent.
yeah.
It's
It was also
in a
patent
pretty
adventure.
civilized place. So
Yeah. All right. Next time I'll get a patent.
How
on, like,
uncivilized.
Wastelands. That'll be exciting.
Get a
Yeah.
patent in Terrebonne.
Oh, that'll be horrible. Over there will be like, this can't be used as a torture device. We can't accept this as a patent.
And
We
Nico
actually
once
need to
again
up
hates.
the amperage on this significantly.
Oh, we're
What
gonna
if
have to.
the ampage was just randomized every time? Sometimes it just mildly hurt. Sometimes it was lethal. I think that would be fun. Yeah, I'm writing that down. I'm putting that on your blueprint.
The patent office in Terrabo just starts amending your patent.
Yeah,
during
making it cooler.
Okay, so Cherry,
Yeah.
you're being led by this man who introduces himself as
Was gonna say, yeah, he didn't.
Yeah.
I gave him my name, and he just rudely.
Yeah.
So what's his name?
His name is Alton Kane.
Kane with a K or Kane with a C?
C.
CAIN or CAN?
CAIN.
Thank you.
Like the murderer.
Yeah. Oh, why? That just caught me. I was thinking of the biblical Cain, but just something about referring to Cain as the murderer is very funny to me. Like the murderer.
Is there some editorializing going on there?
Famed murderer Cain.
I mean, he's pretty famous for what is he famous for?
Yeah,
For
no,
murder.
he was the first murderer.
Yeah,
That-
it was fratricide, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he was
Um,
able.
Yeah. I had a tabletop character whose last name was Cain.
I had a first name, Kane.
Wait, you did?
Yeah. Kane Colt.
I don't remember Cain Colt.
Gotham.
Wait, oh, that was your character's name?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kane Colt.
Huh. I just had Solomon Kane from what do you call that again? The Cyberpunk one.
Shadowrun?
Shadowrun. Thank you. Yeah, that was my
Okay.
Shadowrun character, Solomon Abel. Like
Oh.
Solomon Abel, he was Armageddon. He was an interesting character. He was weird. He was a religious fanatic. He was a Bible nut.
He wanted to set off that nuke.
He did.
Okay, so you're led to this sort of
Yeah.
yeah, you're led, through some house, in where people generally live, the residential area.
On the walk, Cherry is, talking about his trying to learn about his history as, a bard and whatnot, how he got into music and that sort of thing. She's asking after that.
Yeah. He tells you, he learned from a young age how to play a few different instruments. Came from down south and started
Yeah.
traveling around, finding, various people to buddy up with while he, plied his trade, sang songs for people, created songs, until eventually winding up in Marion and getting absolutely roped in with this piano.
Cherry asks about his Bila, if it's, has any particular history with him, how he came by it, if it has a story or anything.
Yeah, basically, the Biwa was basically a family heirloom, something that it's an older instrument, one that his grandparents, his grandfather had used, but
Oh.
wasn't something that his parents had much interest in, but they kept it around in his memory, and so, but he wound up taking to it and taking it on the road with him.
That's Cherry. I actually don't know if we've talked about the history of her shamisen, but yeah, she explains it was also her grandmother's from her grandparent from her grandparents' adventuring days, and goes over sort of the history with some of its construction. There's a carving of the Heavens Dragon along the fret, which is has to do with the party. The I don't know what you call them, like the paddle thing. It was carved from the shell of the thunder turtle. The whole story there, she gives that whole spiel to him.
Nice.
Lets him, like try her shamisen, etc. See how it plays, that sort of thing. Just bonds with him as a musician.
Yeah.
How is the biwa? Like, is it actually any good as an instrument, or is it more just
Yeah, it's pretty high quality.
sentimental? Okay, nice.
So eventually you arrive at a house where he sort of like dips his head in it. It's a house that doubles as like, a sort of like food, a sort of like small little mom and pop food shop.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Like they sell like sandwiches and stuff like that. And it
Mhm.
says, "Hey Lara, it's me again."
Ooh, Laura.
Yeah, and a woman says, "Oh, Kane, you again. Listen, I'm sorry, but it's just we're not selling it. It's not even we're not sure it's ours to sell. Like we said, we're not even sure it's ours to sell." "Oh, no. I'm not here to ask after it. I'm not here to ask after her. I'm here to introduce someone else to her. Meet Cherry."
And yeah, Cherry extends a hand. Was that Laura or Lara?
Lara.
Lara.
Laura.
And yeah, she shakes her hand. All right, someone else.
Lara, was it?
Yes. I live in here and run a small little sandwich shop with my husband. We have a piano downstairs that some people do like to play.
So I've heard. You say you're not even sure if it's yours to sell. I'm curious, how is it that you came to be its steward, so to speak?
Well, we bought the house around 10 years ago, and well, there is a room in the basement that was boarded off that when we were trying to extend the basement. And that's when we came to find this hidden room in the basement that housed this piano. We have no idea where it came from, but it was just something was just very magnetic about it. And as we started up our sandwich shop, people would ask about that thing downstairs, as my husband would sometimes fiddle with it. And they'd always ask to come down and see it for themselves. They'd eventually try playing it, and well, people would just sort of get absorbed by it. And we just never felt right selling it, even though we've been offered quite a bit.
Who had the house before you?
Oh, just someone the person we bought it off from was some regular person. They had no idea it was there. We tried tracing it back, but we couldn't find anyone who had known of it or had bought it or made it.
Interesting. I would love to see it if you don't mind.
Well, it's just down here. The room past with red curtains.
Gonna wind up Cherry just like, next time Lydia and Nico's here, she's just pushing a fucking grand piano like, hey, help me put this on the cart.
Where the fuck did you get a grand piano?
Yeah, you're led
Yep.
down past some curtains to this piano that's just in the basement.
Cool.
You can play it if you want.
Yeah, Cherry is going. I mean, she takes a bit of time before she actually starts playing it. She goes, like, feels the wood, like, opens it, taps on the, I don't know, what do you call cords, strings, wires, whatever.
Yeah.
Feels the ivories before she actually sits down to, first she just plays a single note and then she starts playing something. But does it have, like, immediately before she even starts playing, does it have an effect on her or anything?
Yes, actually. You really, like, as you're, like, sitting down in front of it, like, it starts, like, you can hear the notes in your head that you want to play.
Ooh, interesting. It's giving me a song to play.
Yeah. Just about.
So yeah, Felina, Jesus Christ. Cherry will sit down and give it a go. Play whatever it's calling for it to be played.
Yeah, you wind up playing like a very nice angelic tune that uh the others just kind of like sit back and watch with like some awe.
Is it a tune I knew before, or is it just kind of, coming to me as I play it?
It's just sort of coming to you.
Interesting.
Yeah. and like the sound like reverberates perfectly. Like it sounds like you've never heard a piano like this.
Nice. Exciting.
Yeah, and as you
Yes.
finish up, yeah, Alton just says that's a nice song she played for you.
That was nice. And Cherry is, immediately trying to make sure she can remember the melody to the song.
Yeah.
Tries to, learn a new song.
Yep, you're able to sort of memorize it. So you could probably play it again on another piano, or
Not
you could
something
probably
I.
you could translate it to your song
Yeah.
and send
She was
the
going to
notes
ask
through
if you.
there.
This is a special piano. I see what you mean about there being something alive to it, some sort of, personality,
Yeah.
some sort of spirit. How often do people come by to play it?
Oh, every few days someone will come along and they'll play it and they'll just feel something more complete from it.
Interesting. Something more complete. And Cherry, sort of turning her head a bit to Alton. You said that was a nice song. Is that one you've heard before, or was that new?
It was pretty new to me.
I was going to ask if it generally did repeats or new stuff.
She sings and she has a song for everybody who plays her.
You see? What was so you said it was angelic. I'm curious what the I don't know tone was. Was it more somber? Was it more like what was the emotional tone of the one it played for Cherry?
It was something very so the emotional tone I would say was it was quite luscious, I suppose.
Okay, yeah, I
Yeah.
get you. Interesting. I'd be curious to hear what it plays for you, if that's okay.
My song, Alton says, and he sits down at the piano. And yeah, he starts to play it and you can see like his fingers like moving like preternaturally across the keys as he plays out this very um this sort of like very longing song.
Hmm. Is it the same one he was playing before, or is it a
No,
different?
this is
Okay.
different. This is different. Although there's some like you can tell the song he was making references some of the notes here.
Yeah.
Some of the passages are the same. And as he finishes up, he just goes, "Ah, think if only I could have her, but she's not for me."
Yeah, Cherry is very interested in this. She's very, she's sort of, scratching at, the back of her neck trying to think. Because she really is, very sucked into this story now. She wants to see its conclusion, too. She wants to see what this piano is waiting for. And she says, eventually does say, well, I certainly understand the draw to it. It's a shame I'm a traveler, you know. I don't think I'll be able to stay here very long, so unless this piano finds what she's looking for in the next day or two, I might not get a chance to see how this story pans out. She's sort of playing with the one coin she has.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lara just says maybe it's not, maybe it won't find anything. Maybe it's only waiting for someone who built it. That would have been quite a while ago, I guess.
Sure. Do you have to tune it, keep it up, things like that, or
No, it doesn't take much. We've tried to, but it's always in good condition.
interesting?
We've gotten some people who know their magic to look at it, and they've not been able to find anything.
Now that is peculiar. So it's if it is, some not a traditional form of magic, at least.
No, it's just a very special piano.
Well, and Cherry, does start to get a. I suppose I've, taken up, quite a bit of your hospitality already, which I appreciate. If you don't mind, I would like to be back before I leave town to see this again.
Of course, you're welcome to come back.
And yeah, she turns to Alton and does ask him, would you mind, helping me back to the casino? It's a bit hard to navigate unfamiliar streets.
Of course, of course. Yeah.
Unless you were planning on sticking around, I don't want to draw you
No,
away.
it's no problem. Shouldn't spend too much time around her, lest I get lost.
So on the way back, Cherry is going to ask, what was the name of the place? The Vertex. She
Yeah, the
asks him if
Vertex?
he knows where it is.
Oh, the Vertex? No, that's it's a pretty big casino. About mile away, a mile north of the Nimbus.
Have you been there?
A few times. It's quite something. They've got quite a few. Well, I don't know if they'd have something. I don't know how well you'd be able to appreciate it, but they've got quite a few interesting sites.
You never know. I've been meaning to stop by there if you wouldn't mind showing me the way. I know I've already asked a lot of you, but
Oh, certainly.
cool. We just did a scene with Cherry before starting a new one. Do you want to have anything for Lydian and Nico?
I don't know if Snake's back yet.
I'm
Is
back.
Snake
Oh.
back?
I'm back. I don't know about Swede.
Okay.
Oh, I'm here. I've just been muted.
Okie dokie. Maybe we should have the party meet up.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you mean
Been-
party
we've
meetup?
been
What do you
split
mean
for
the
so
party
much of
playing?
this. We've been too long.
No, that's
If you
what I mean.
want, yeah, I was kind of torn on that if I wanted to go out of my way for
Yeah.
reunite the party, because it does make sense that this would be just with Lydian being a bit sour on the whole slave conspiracy. I was gonna try and grab something a bit more solid first, but it has been a while since the party has been all together.
Well, if you want to
Yeah.
keep doing that, I don't mind waiting, but also should probably involve Nico at least. I don't know. That's
Yeah.
the awkward part.
Yeah. Let's say let's say Lydian as you're walking back to the hotel, to the casino, the Nimbus, you see Cherry walking with someone.
God, my employee is having personal relationships.
I've
I
got to
cannot
stop
allow
this.
this.
I've got to stop this right now.
That's been like a significant amount of the work she has done for this operation so
So
far.
Lydian, I think Lydian probably moves to, like, strike up conversation.
Yeah.
Cherry, see you've been keeping well today.
Oh yes, I found a very interesting piano. Quite the artifact.
And I
Piano.
presume you are the Interesting Piano's owner. I'm presuming the guy is still with. Yeah. He's
Oh
still,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, forgive me for
Oh, if
being rude.
only.
Lydian, I'd like you to meet Alton. He's another bard, local to the area. Alton, this is my employer, Lydian.
It's
Oh,
lovely to
your
meet you.
employer. Nice to meet you as well, sir. And no, I'm afraid I'm not the owner of that lovely thing.
Well, if it's a curio, if you want it praised or something looked at, I'm your man. But if you're not the owner, then that's mighty difficult.
Its prices, that's sort of the thing. It attracts people, but the piano is waiting for the right person to come and take it. Which they haven't shown up yet.
And no one's just come and taken the thing, yet it pulls people towards it. Must be pulling the right kind of people if no one's just made off with the thing.
Well, a piano in a basement isn't the easiest thing to sneak off with in the night.
You know,
That's a point. If you did buy it, I don't know how you'd even get it out of there.
you would hire movers.
Well, still, it almost seems like the house was built over it. You know, there's just the one doorway down to the basement, and it's not, you know,
It's a mighty strange.
I don't think you could fit a whole piano through there. You'd have to do some fairly substantial construction work to get it out of there, I think.
Lydian's next business plan: he builds he turns it into an attraction and charges people for entry.
There you go.
Yeah, Lydian is just kind of running over in his head, like, not immediately going to how do I monetize this, because that seems like an absurd thing to. I think he's actually just having a hard time believing it's sitting around. I kind of want to see that, but I'm not going to make you go back the way you just came. But my, that is interesting. And
My oh my.
People you wouldn't believe have tried to lay claim to that piano. Even a prince at one point offered a whole trove for it.
Was it Gerwig by any chance?
No.
Oh, damn. That would have been good.
Fake prince. Fake prince.
Does Lydian hate princes?
If they don't want to do business with him. They have deep pockets, and they're not always the smartest.
I still think, you know, before the reveal of who Felina's dad was, like, I'd been thinking about, like, just, you know, known NPCs who, like, hypothetically could have been Felina's dad before the reveal, and I still think by far the funniest possibility for Felina's dad was the King of Terrebonne.
Oh, no. Wait, hang on, sorry. I've got the move for this.
Oh.
I've got eye for loot, and yeah, Lydian's interested.
Ooh.
When you see or come to know about a thing you want, roll in. On a +10, ask the GM 3 questions about it. On a 7 to 9, ask 2. On a miss, ask 1 anyway, but your desire is betrayed to everyone who cares and some who don't.
Some who don't is really funny.
That's a fun detail, but yeah. Lydian is curious about the piano that attracts people who try and lay claim to it. What's stopping him from laying claim to it? How can we make money with this? So, this is intelligence.
Yeah.
So 2 questions, and my You know what? To make it more fun anyway, can I just say that my desire is betrayed to to what was his name? Ulrich? Ulrich?
Alton,
Alton.
Alton Kane.
Alton Kane.
like Alton Brown, but
Yeah.
murderer.
I'll write down the name. I didn't write it down. Alton Kane. Oh, got it. Damn it. Alright, so, this is such actually... Can I DM this? You see, I've rolled this, I got excited, now I actually don't want to ask it. Because it's kind of... Because it's too lame, it's like, too easy. Fuck it, I will, just because it is the move. But what protects it and keeps it where it is? I guess
Well, it's protected by that husband and wife and their house.
They're hardcore. Do you have any idea how many people have tried to break in and they just, shot out their kneecaps with a fucking 12 gauge?
That's a pretty big... You know what, it's fair I asked that then, because I went away, I missed the part of the whole husband and wife.
Oh yeah, it's not just there, it's
Yeah, it's not just in a
they're-
basement in an abandoned house. That adds a lot more context.
Yeah.
One more question. What's the most fun, though? You know what, let's just ask the most fucking blunt Lydian question. Even though I don't think it's the most interesting for this, but I think it's... Yeah. What is it really worth, all things considered?
All things considered,
All things considered.
it's worth whatever anyone who wants it can spare.
That's way too
Like
strong.
that, like a prince offered like a whole, like a prince offered basically a deed to like a whole land under his control, and as well as troves of coin.
And the husband and wife turn that away?
Yep.
These
Wow.
people are insane.
Can't believe it. What did you do that? I'm Lydian. I cannot
You
understand.
realize how many pianos you could buy with that money?
Unless... Wait, I can fix this piano.
Cherry immediately has an idea. She has some advice for Lydian, but it's really, really fucking dark, and I don't know if I want to put us down that road.
Yeah, like, Lydian's just kind of like, they have a, maybe this is all done through conversation, and Lydian's just like, I don't get it. This can't be real. This is not a real piano. A magic piano that, protected by a husband and wife, a prince came along, offered all that, and then they turned it away, and the prince backed down besides?
Oh, he put
Well,
up
they're
quite a
concerned.
fuss, but he eventually backed down.
My word.
They don't know that it's theirs to sell, it was just sort of they found it in the basement when they took down a wall when they moved into the place, but perhaps if they sold the property, whoever bought it from them might inherit the responsibility of the piano, but suppose then they could do what they wanted with it. Surprised no one's tried that.
I'm surprised nobody's tried that, but surely if they are not giving up the piano for tracts of land, then they would understand its relationship to the house.
See, now what Lydia needs to do is find a way to force them out of business and get the bank to foreclose on their house. So he can buy it from the bank and evict them, and then he'll control the piano.
Okay. Well, I think I'll go and inspect this on the morning.
I do. Claire, I'll inspect this ID.
Yeah. Thank you for bringing this miraculous piano to my attention. I can't say I tickle the ivories myself, but I play my own kind of music.
You seem interested in this. I'm surprised. I'm a little surprised.
I've got a tune playing in my head. It's maybe not along the ones a bard would play, but it's something. If a prince wanted it, is it so surprising that a businessman might be interested?
Suppose not.
Perhaps it's
I
some
was
great.
also going to point out, someone needs 100 coin too. Just
Yeah,
Cough,
we can
cough.
sort that out now. Oh, by the way, some money came along from the tavern, so here's your cut. And yeah, just subtract that from Eurema, and 100
Why?
is in Cherry's hands.
And where's mine?
Oh, that's right. Well, I'll sort you out.
I'll sort you out.
It hasn't made profit yet, so I mean,
Nico sells a patent thing. 1 hour later, where's my money?
I am.
they're still building the product, and it's like, where's my profit?
Lydian, you're a
need it.
terrible businessman. You've sold
I need-
0 units.
I need it. I need it to set. I need it now.
I got.
Nico's going to get corrupted by coins so fast.
I like his ego is already falling to pieces. People don't want to buy my inventions. What's wrong with them?
I really need to pee. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Nico's like, why didn't you put out pre-orders?
Oh, there's an idea. Can Nico accidentally invents the concept of pre-orders?
Pre-order bonus. Extra shock value.
A third keyhole. Makes it near impossible to fucking open unless you've got another person.
You just gotta hold the third key in your mouth.
Oh, that's a good way to kill you even faster. Just a direct shot right up through the mouth.
It's gonna be real disastrous when someone just gets like a rubber gloves and a sledgehammer.
Have they got, like, rubber in this setting yet? I guess they must have, right?
Yeah.
Damn it. Have they got vulcanized rubber?
Vulcanized rubber, you say?
Yeah, vulcanized rubber, I say.
Vulcanized rubber. He says he do declare.
Perhaps there is. Why is that? I just looked up vulcanization, and it's like, how come? Why is always the thing with British spelling that they replace the Z with an S? Z doesn't get much use. Why are you taking away its uses?
It makes it even more special when it is used. Also, we say it's Z, so we just don't want to fucking deal with it. We just keep it out of sight as much as possible.
Let's see.
God damn.
When's Nico gonna invent social media?
I need to Nico needs to invent more
Nico wants to
stuff right
save
now.
the world.
I need to trick Nico into making something new. again and then fucking sell it. 'Cause that's how we got the electroshock box. We need to have like TV show style eureka moments where Nico sees a common problem and then, oh wait, he has had those. We just didn't patent
Yeah.
the first few. He gave them away like a dunce.
Oh, Nico!
What can we invent? What can we invent? What's next?
We can invent nothing.
Science ends here. We're done.
Yeah, the shock box was too good.
He's peaked early.
So Snake,
Mm.
I'm surprised you only have like 9 minutes on Ultra Kill. Did you just play the first level?
I kind of played it a bit and then put it down for later. And then later just
Okay.
kept getting further and further away.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. Pretty hard too.
Yeah. Is it still in early access or has it finished early access?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It is in early access.
I think that's
Waiting
what-
on Act 3 to come out. Oh god, speaking of that Golem game, have you seen I really like this screenshot.
Oh, which one is it?
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he looks a bit like that
Where the
Andrew
fuck did
Tate.
this game come from? Like,
I remember hearing like it was like talked about for like a bit and then disappeared.
Everyone clowning on his ass has never gotten jumped by a bunch of orcs with helmets. Oh man.
Oh,
See,
I'm
the
back
first
in
thing
it.
the first thing I saw from the Golem game was the pre-order bonus. And then it came out.
Sorry about that. My dad asked for help moving the Keats.
Wow. Now Snake's BRB.
Wow.
This game is falling apart.
Oh,
The Keats are so cute.
right.
We're putting them outside. We put them outside in the sun so they can get some light instead of just the, UV lamp.
Oh my god, one of the pre-order DLC for the Gollum game, is fucking voice acting in Elvish.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I saw that.
It got the first thing I saw from the Gollum game was the pre-order stuff, which
See,
was also very funny. Like this, I really like this tweet and its replies are really good. Six
of his iconic gestures.
saying.
What are Gollum's iconic gestures? Like, I get sayings. He has some iconic sayings. What are his iconic gestures?
Remember when he dabs?
Yeah, I do. He bites someone's finger. That's one of his iconic gestures.
If you got the pre-order DLC, if you got a special edition of Gollum, you got the fucking you got Elvish voice acting.
Wait, is that like not available anymore, or can you still get that DLC?
I think you can buy it.
I
Yeah.
think you can still buy it.
I was gonna say, like, I don't know. I like that. I like fucking full Elvish voice acting. I respect that. I'm a fan. Imagine, you know that game, the fucking like Plague Tale game with like your little kid and the rats?
Yeah.
Imagine if there was a DLC that just you could pay money to put the game in French. Ooh, what if it's the other way around though? Like it's some anime game or something, and then there is an English dub, but the English dub is paid DLC exclusive. You have to buy the English dub. That would be powerful. The Thunder Turtle. This story has been told.
Okay, so let's get back to this then.
Mhm.
So yeah, you've had that little spiel about the piano,
Yeah.
and now Cherry wants you to go where, Cherry?
Cherry had been planning on checking out the Vertex.
That's right. So
Yeah.
how are you gonna bring that up?
Cherry does she says, well, if nothing else, we were going to hit the town a bit, enjoy some of the casinos if you wanted to tag along. We had a place in mind we were going to check out. He was taking me to.
If you don't mind me tagging along, sounds like a good way to unwind after work. We got some stuff under our belt today.
Well, cause to celebrate. Alton, if you wouldn't mind showing us the way.
Certainly. And yeah,
I can't. Lydian didn't learn his lesson. After fucking Dwight and the other one, he should have learned. Don't trust Cherry.
He does trust Cherry. Well, he doesn't fully trust her. He knows that she's after stuff, but also she tends to lead to profits anyway.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah,
very true. She leads to profits.
you're led north up the strip. Past some water fountains and all that, and he takes you to the entrance of the Vertex Casino.
Does the penny drop for Lydian, or does he not pick up on that this is the place from the story?
No, he does not pick up.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I think it's more fun that way.
Okay, yeah. No, that's fun, yeah.
Yeah, once you go in, there's quite a bit of just interesting attractions inside the casino. There's like it's a very big casino, but they've got like a cart that like is on a rail that
Interesting.
goes around. Like it's almost like a small indoor, not roller coaster, but
Is
people
it used
mover.
for people to move around, or it's not
yeah,
just like an
people
attraction?
you can get in to move around, but it's also an attraction.
It's a people mover, you could say.
Yeah, and there's just also general attractions. Like there's you can instead of spending money on gambling, you could also go into like a sort of like amusement area where there's
Oh my
like
God.
a tilt-a-whirl.
It is Disney.
Oh,
I always knew Disney was a slaver.
Oh god. Oh no. All right, we gotta take this bitch down.
And also, I guess, does it say on the wall like this is my goddamn circus? It's an odd quote.
So yeah, Cherry is, a little bit overwhelmed at all this, has a sort of, oh my. She gestures towards, she can hear the people mover. I assume it's making a decent amount of noise,
Yeah.
moving stuff, but yeah, she does not recognize that sound. She asks, what is going on over here?
My word!
That's some kind of
That's,
people mover.
I'm
What a
moving!
mighty fine
A people
establishment this
mover!
is.
My word! Look at the design. It's so elegant.
Yeah,
Is
car
it
and a rail.
good?
It's interesting. Nico, we could make something bigger than this. We could size it up and call it a train.
Oh fuck, yes! We're gonna invent trains.
That's way too
No.
easy. That's way too
I would call it a people relocator.
It's not as catchy.
That's
But it's a more descriptive name. What if it is a train? Actually, are there trains in Hemlock?
no.
No.
I
No.
was surprised by it as well, but apparently, trains do not exist in Hemlock.
Yeah, this is something I've run into a couple times of aw dang. Yeah. We have fucking crawler tank fortresses, but not trains.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody ever thought
it's
to
kind
put
of
them.
like because we invented all that stuff. No one thought the need of making a train. We skipped
Yeah.
it.
Anyway, and
It's-
there's also there's like a tilt-a-whirl amusement thing, and there's also basically a gravitron.
Wait, a what?
You don't know what a gravitron is?
Is that the one
Not
where you
this
stand against the wall and it spins?
Yeah, it's
Ah.
essentially yeah.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
a spinning room that you can go inside.
So yeah, Cherry is curious to experience this stuff, but is like a lot more disoriented. Feels a lot more blind than she normally does. So is having Alton or Lydian, or maybe Nico. I somehow doubt Nico would be volunteering to help, but
Hmm.
um, she wants to experience it. She's curious to try, like, well, let's try the people mover.
All right. Well, I presume that you're familiar with this place, Alden.
Yeah, decently. Let's
Anywhere
see.
is there anywhere you recommend we start?
How about we ride on over to the slots? One of the few casinos that has the slots.
That sounds good to me.
Pretty new thing.
Well, it would be
No
new,
one
wouldn't it?
knows how they power all this stuff.
How do they That is a question. How do they power this stuff? I'm gonna roll that move to find out.
It's just like the camera pans down into the basement. It is like slave labor, but it's just like one guy pushing the thing around in circles, like fucking Conan getting whipped.
Can I take a break?
God damn,
No.
Nico's having flashbacks.
It's the Australian guy from the Futurama episode.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, wait. You say that Nico has a move. Let me see that.
Oh wow.
Well, you take a few moments to handle or examine something interesting. Examine the. Actually, would it be like Nico just looking from afar? Maybe that we just.
You'd have to be more involved in that.
How about Nico spout lore? See if Nico knows what could drive.
In Lydian's head, because they just invented the electro shock box. Well, not invented, sorry. Because he just sold that. His mind is not on slavery powering all this. His mind is on they must have something like Nico has, like some kind of energy source. Which is still technically true, but
Yeah.
Okay, Nico, roll in.
his mind is like, no, surely there's a
My
mundane
intelligence is
explanation.
beyond
Actually, wait, that would be more mundane than electrical power slavery.
Oh no. My word, this is not outside of my expertise.
Hmm.
No, they're lying.
Well, the greatest power, the by far the best power source that you know of would be an Emberstone, but
Oh,
those are
shit.
Emberwell exclusives.
Oh shit.
Wait, how could they? This is This is near Emberwellian levels.
You're saying they might have negotiated a power source out of Emberwell to run a casino? That would be a very flippant use of resources, but mighty clever actually as a gimmick if they are the only ones using it. Lydian starts thinking up his plan to use Emberwell tech to power a casino.
Cherry's a bit caught up in just like going on the people mover. That's a pretty not like it's probably very different for her, just being blind and not having that visual sense, but just with the momentum and inertia, she's thrown off a bit by it.
Oh no.
But she's very excited.
That's the I was trying to find that Simpsons clip.
But yeah, she's very, excited to be experiencing this new technology. Can't wait to tell people about it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you it takes you through a few levels where people are playing roulette, and there's some blackjack, and then finally you get off of the level where there's the slot machines.
Slot machines.
Yes.
Oh, Lydian's old man.
Now he's just gonna sit
sentence.
here for the next 70 years until he dies.
Yeah.
Don't know why.
Slot machines are the worst game you can play in a casino.
Yeah.
you have the lowest or the worst return.
I mean, also it's just boring.
Yeah.
Like, you can play a fucking fruit machine in a pub.
You know,
Not
but it's
over
in Vegas,
here, but-
baby.
Yeah, but over here, so it's just
Yeah.
mundane to me.
Especially in Australia, that's a really big problem. Here it's all about like the scratch tickets.
Oh well,
But
there
yeah.
was a big problem over here a few years ago of the fucking ridiculous name for them, and I think then they are still in pubs, but they're called fob teas. But they are just fruit machines, but electronic, and they have
Yeah.
absolute dog shit odds, and well, people already have a gambling addiction. Fucking yeah, they're horrible fucking things.